Transient loneliness is a complex and multifaceted emotional experience that manifests as a temporary sense of isolation, disconnection, or emptiness. Unlike chronic loneliness, which is a persistent and deeply ingrained condition, transient loneliness is characterized by its impermanence and is often tied to specific circumstances or events in an individual's life. It can arise suddenly and unexpectedly, triggered by changes such as moving to a new place, the end of a relationship, or a period of solitude. Despite being temporary, transient loneliness can have a significant impact on one's mental and emotional well-being, requiring strategies for coping and resilience. Welcome back to Student of the Brain, or if this is your first time visiting, welcome. My goal is to provide honest discussion on a range of topics related to psychology, the human brain, human behavior, and all things in between. Although I'm not a doctor, I try my best to provide accurate information, and I've provided references below. Please enjoy the vid, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let's get started. One of the most common triggers of transient loneliness is the experience of being alone in a new environment. Whether it's starting college, moving to a new city for a job, or relocating to a different country, the initial adjustment period can be accompanied by feelings of isolation and alienation. The absence of familiar faces and routines can magnify the sense of being adrift in an unfamiliar sea of strangers. This sense of disconnection can be particularly acute for individuals who are introverted or shy, as they may struggle to initiate social interactions in new settings. Similarly, the end of a significant relationship can precipitate feelings of transient loneliness. Whether it's the dissolution of a romantic partnership or the loss of a close friendship, suddenly finding oneself without a companionship and support that was once taken for granted can leave a profound emotional void. Even if the breakup was amicable or the friendship simply drifted apart, the transition from togetherness to solitude can be jarring. This type of loneliness may be compounded by feelings of grief and loss, as individuals mourn the end of a meaningful connection and navigate the uncertainty of what comes next. Furthermore, periods of solitude, while often cherished for the opportunity they provide for self-reflection and introspection, can also give rise to transient loneliness. Extended periods spent alone, whether by choice or circumstance, can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnectedness from others. Even for those who typically enjoy their own company, there may come a point when the absence of social interaction begins to weigh heavily on their spirits. This type of loneliness may be exacerbated by external factors such as living in a remote location or experiencing physical isolation due to illness or disability. Despite its transient nature, loneliness of any kind should not be dismissed lightly. Even fleeting feelings of isolation can have a significant impact on mental and emotional well-being if left unaddressed. Research has shown that loneliness is associated with a range of negative health outcomes, including increased risk of depression, anxiety, and cardiovascular disease. Moreover, transient loneliness can be particularly insidious because it may catch individuals off guard, leaving them feeling vulnerable and ill-equipped to cope with their emotions. However, there are strategies that individuals can employ to cope with transient loneliness and mitigate its effects. One approach is to actively seek out social connections and support. This might involve reaching out to friends or family members, joining clubs or organizations with shared interests, or participating in community events. Engaging in meaningful social interactions can help to alleviate feelings of loneliness and foster a sense of belonging. Forming deep and meaningful connections with others can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment that acts as a buffer against the negative effects of loneliness. Additionally, practicing self-care and self-compassion can be instrumental in managing transient loneliness. This might involve engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, such as hobbies, exercise, or creative pursuits. Taking time to nurture oneself and cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment can help to counteract feelings of loneliness and bolster resilience in the face of life's challenges. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness can help individuals to recognize and acknowledge their emotions without judgment, allowing them to process their feelings in a healthy and constructive manner. In conclusion, Transient loneliness is a temporary emotional state characterized by feelings of isolation and disconnection that arise from specific circumstances or events in an individual's life. While it may be fleeting, it can still have a profound impact on mental and emotional well-being. By seeking out social connections, practicing self-care, and cultivating resilience, individuals can effectively cope with transient loneliness and emerge stronger and more connected to themselves and others. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these types of vids, like, subscribe, and share to help grow my channel. Stay strong and healthy. Much love.